How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Virtual History 360. I'm Mr. Wade, and this is your yesterday's history for our Age of Jefferson unit, Level 1. What did we talk about in Level 1? Well, it tells you that we're going to identify important events from Jefferson's first term. So what did we talk about? We talked about the election of 1800, the electoral tie with Jefferson and Burr and it having to go to the House of Representatives. And then you had to, just settle that with the 12th Amendment. We talked about how the 12th Amendment, fixed that problem. So by putting the president and the vice president on separate ballots, didn't have to worry about ties anymore. So that's one of the events. Other we talked about was just Jefferson's belief in government. Because remember, we went from the Federalist to the Democratic Republican president. How did things change? Well, we talked about Jefferson wanting a wise and frugal and limited federal government. The Democratic-Republican ticket called for a limited government, which is funny when we get to Level 2, but you get the idea. And then finally we have the Supreme Court case of Marbury v. Madison, where we have the judicial review, the power of the Supreme Court to examine constitutional laws and, basically giving the Supreme Court the power that we know it has today, as opposed to older, Supreme Courts that had no power because John Marshall realized Jefferson wouldn't enforce his decision in Marbury v. Madison. So he went through and tying in the vocabulary, he said that, yeah, Marbury was right, but we didn't really have original jurisdiction in this case and Marbury should have went somewhere else. So by doing this, by declaring the Judiciary Act of 1789 unconstitutional, he establishes judicial review while maintaining some sort of power for the Supreme Court. So those are the big three that we're going to talk about, okay? So let's go for our bell work. Of those big three, I'm going to focus on Marbury v. Madison. Knowing what you know, do you think William Marbury should have been appointed? Or do you agree with John Marshall that Jefferson wouldn't have enforced it and he shouldn't have ruled in the Supreme Court? You tell me in the bell work. Be awesome. And for Virtual History 360, I'm Mr. Wade. I'll see you next time.